ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kalkaska High School. Sorry for the slight delay in getting started on the opening game of this 2025 high school football season. We are down in Kalkaska to see the Blazers take on the Elk Rapids Elks. Thank you for joining us. Elks Broadcasting as a punt looks like it's going to go out through the back of the end zone. And again, thank you for joining us. That'll be a safety for Kalkaska, putting 2 points on the board, getting their first points of the season. I am Eric Huffman. Thank you for joining us on Elks Broadcasting. I have Levi with me doing my production tonight. Burr out in the stands doing some awesome camera work. Tried to check in with a couple other games throughout the night. We've got 4 crews all over the place. We've got a crew up above the bridge of the UP over at Manistee tonight with East Jordan taking on Manistee. Right now, let's just keep it down here with this game. We'll check in with the other ones later. You know, let's make a trip down here to Kalkaska. The last matchup was in 2023. Elk Rapids had a 47-22 win. The year before that, 2022, Kalkaska won in overtime. So, coming out of last season, I think both Lakeland's teams, a little bit inconsistent season with their losses. Both were almost overtime. Some lapses that happened on both sides of the ball. And so you've got both teams coming out with a losing record, and it should be on paper somewhat of an easy matchup coming into this game, as we just got going live broadcast and saw it looks like Jake Moore will be taking back off for the Elks. By Kalkaska, taken down by Colin Shockley of the Elks. Kalkaska had a good field position past the 50-yard line, first and 10. Elk Rapids formed to end last season. They had lost to East Jordan and then beat Harbor Springs and then beat Tawas. And then they had 2 back-to-back losses to Charlevoix and Mansalona and closed out their year last year. I think it was 3-6. Kalkaska also was open down by a stretch. They beat Roscommon and sandwiched 3 losses for beating Johannesburg their season. Here we go, first and 10 for Kalkaska. Ball's on the 41. Pitch going to be taken by Wilkinson. Flag on a play, gets maybe a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Let's see what the flag is. No indication yet. We're waiting for the man in the white hat to his final approach over here. Tell us what he saw. Looks like we're going to have a hold. Talk about some other stuff coming up too. It's an opening weekend of football, college football. We'll talk about what Big Ten, special Big Ten games coming up. A couple of other special matchups going on in the area in college football. Before the NFL season starts, a big trade happened while we were setting up here. Michael Parsons getting traded to the Green Bay Packers. Swing pass out the left, going to fall completely forward pass. Second down. Yeah, Michael Parsons going to the Green Bay Packers. I wonder what the Detroit Lions will be thinking about that going into this season. Second 20 ball to rest on the 49-yard line. Again, just getting started 2 minutes ago. First quarter. Again, thank you for watching Next Level Broadcasting. Back pass, surveying, Elks going to roll, lost the ball. Yeah, looks like Jake Moore may have fallen off the Elks. Yes, it was. Jake Moore was slippery, hitting that thing like a loaf of bread, and just lost grip on it. Jake Moore didn't fall on that. Elks have a great field position on the turnover. Right, about 47 yards. Second possession. Being interesting to see what Elk Rapids will bring to the table here as far as their offense. They've had multiple sets last year, but again, first game of the season. Don't know if they made any changes, so we'll see what Elk Rapids bring to the table. Braden Flutie again at the quarterback. Second year at the helm, too. Handed off to Drew Darren. You know, not the biggest loss of the year this year was losing his brother last year. And it looks like, oh, and on the first carry, it looks like we're going to have slippery ball once again. And the Elks are going to hand it right back to the Blazers. First and 10, Kalkaska. Just going to talk about the Darren brothers. You know, losing the brother of the older Darren last year is a big loss, as he was really good running back for the Elks for several years. But you knew coming up out of the JV ranks, and Drew also played on both teams last year because he was on both rosters. So it'd be nice to see him get the promotion up here to full-time. Wilkinson going to hand it off. Looks like to Seidelman. He's going to scoot up the middle for a couple. Be second down. Looks like 2nd and 8. So you don't know if it could be nerves or what's going on. You know, what's this? You had a punt go over the head to the end zone. Then we've had a couple of fumbles here. Is it first game nerves? So I guess we'll see if things can settle down as the game progresses. Another game going on in Next Level Broadcasting World. Charlevoix down at Clare taking on Unionville-Seaboing tonight. Seidelman again had to carry right up the middle. You know, you got to get those linebackers up for Elk Rapids, getting stuff that middle. Maybe put 8 in the box or so. Maybe get that, make them see if they can't get it to the outside, or maybe try the passing game again. Too easy to go up the middle there. Decent gain on the play. Looks like 3rd and a long 2. As you can tell through my microphone, it is quite windy here tonight. We'll try to get in position. Hopefully it's not hampering things too much. Kalkaska on 3rd down. QB's going to keep it. He stiff arms 1. Looks like he'll have the first down and a few more. 1st and 10. Kalkaska just short of the 50-yard line, right about the 49. Nice tackle by Dennis from the Elks.
Hunter Wilkinson, the ball carrier, calling his own number, got it right up there near midfield. Blue Blazer, first down.
Don't forget to check out Next Level Broadcasting tomorrow, as Charles and the boys will be down in Traverse City, St. Francis, to watch the Gladiators take on Glen Lake. Should be a fun matchup. It is an evening game, too. I believe that's 7 o'clock kickoff. The high snap, but still taken by the quarterback, and he hands it off. Seidelman's going to try to get to the right side, tried to get to the edge, but good pursuit by the Elks. So you're going to have a loss of about 3 yards on that play. If you could see a camera in the booth right now, you could see me doing a dance around the booth trying to decide where I'm trying to get the sun out of my eyes. Everyone's got I got a paper taped to the window, and we got other people wearing sunglasses. QB going to try the left side. He gets to the edge, lowers the boom on one guy, and then ends up getting past the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 2.5, maybe 3 yards. Nice stiff run by Wilkinson. And after that run, it'll be 3rd down, and we'll give it a long 7. Levi says long 7, so we'll give it a long 7. Nice crowd to start the season, too, Kalkaska. Almost looks like pretty full stands over here. Got a group of nice little cheerleaders down there egging on the crowd, so nice job by them, and nice following by Elk Rapids over in the visitor stands. QB out of the gun, he's going to hand it off to Seidelman again. He gets the right side. Nice run up and tackle by Colin McCormick, number 11. Nice run up there. If he doesn't get that tackle, he may get at least the first down. If he gets to the edge, it could be more than that, too. ball resting on the 48-yard line. 4th down, and with the way the game's going right now, I wouldn't be surprised if we tried it. But with turnover issues right now, it might not be a bad idea to pin them down deep, Elk Rapids. But it looks like Kalkaska's going to line up and see if they can't get it. Looks like they tried to hard count. They're going to at least get 5 more added to that. Now you're definitely going to try something, maybe a hard wham up the middle, or maybe you can try the edge again, but at least 5 yards closer.
Have an offside procedure call against the Elks. Mark that at 5. Carrying right up to about the 44-yard line. Remains 4th down.
With 4th and 2. See what Wilkinson's got dialed up for the Blazers. Out of the gun, he's going to roll to the left. Yeah, he tucked down. He's going to keep it right from the get-go. Elk Rapids wasn't going to have anything of it. They swarmed up there like a herd of Elks in there. They got about a 2-yard loss on that, and they'll take over right there, 1st and 10. Nice pursuit by Elk Rapids. Yeah, and speaking about Elk Rapids, on my breakdown, we were doing our next level broadcast show, the preview of the games tonight in Elk Rapids. Mix of strong offense. They had some nice shutout wins, and so they can score some points too. But they've had defensive lapses, but their secondary can really hold it down from what we saw last year, especially if the opponent has a passing offense. So let's see if they can't get it and maybe stiff that run game that's been up the middle. And as long as they can set the edge, they might be able to contain Kalkaska. Flutie under center, hands it off to Darren. He hangs on to that one that time. He'll get about 3 yards on that carry. Stickman's going to give him 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6. Yeah, right there seems to be my best spot right now. The sun and the wind's not as bad right there. Hard run up the middle. He stuck his head, but the Blazers weren't going to have anything of it. They were right there ready to meet him, and no gain on that play. He'll keep it right there. 3rd down. And again, we really haven't seen much. From what I saw of Elk Rapids last year, there was more spread looks, and trying to get the defense out a little more. Not so much of that, seeing that this far. You don't know if they've made some changes this year. So again, it's still early in the game. 4:33 left to go in the first period. Let's see if they've got for a 3rd and 5. Flutie looking to pass. He's got one deep. He's got a wide open. Oh, and he fell down. Yeah, the wide receiver turned and looked to the right while the ball was going to the left, and as he was turning around, lost his footing. The ball fall incomplete. Perfect opportunity. You get your if you're looking right and the pass is right, and you've got a wide open receiver, and that's an easy waltz in for a touchdown. So missed opportunity there. Let's see if that comes back to haunt them later on. 1st and 10, Blazers after the turnover on downs. I think that was, that's my spotters over here. Is that Trey Dennis that was open over there? Yeah. There comes Flutie on 4th down. Yeah, they still, he eludes the one-handed tackle. He tried to get the back of his jersey. Able to shed that off, and looks like he got enough. He dove enough for the 1st down. They pointed forward, move the sticks. 1st and 10 Elks. Yeah, it was my bad. I thought it was already 4th down, so I missed a down on that one. Here come the Elks. 1st down on a 45. Flutie under center. Misses the motion man. Hits Mason Cannon up the middle. Mason Cannon could be one to look out for this year as a replacement for Joel Darren, who graduated. Obviously, you've got the younger Darren back there too, but Mason could be one of those ones that really takes over and his time to have the signature year there in the backfield. After the run, it'll be 2nd and 7. From the right side, will maybe gain him a couple. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and bound, and about 5. Another game going on in Next Level Broadcasting World. We've got a crew over in Gaylord St. Mary's. Snowbirds taking on Rudyard tonight. Again, all of our games you can check out at nextlevelbroadcasting.net. You can also go to the Facebook page. You can click on that and get the link. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And for tonight especially, you can check us out at elkrapidsfootball.com. The handoff on 3rd down to Cannon. Try to get around the edge. Looks like the Blazers set it. Minimal gain. It'll be 4th down. Just not quite there to get it. Kalkaska did good job getting out there, setting that edge, and Cannon just had not have enough room to squeeze through. And so on 4th down, here come the Elks. Flutie slowly goes up, surveying his defense. Can fake the handoff, can step up, eludes one. Tackler getting in the backfield. He decides to keep it, and it looks like going to be wrestled out of bounds about 2 yards short of the 1st down. No. He must have dove forward and got enough. 1st and 10 Elks. It looked like he was short for me at first glance, but nice job by Flutie to get that 1st down. Kalkaska really not respecting the pass yet. You haven't seen much from Elk Rapids yet. They're really putting up in the box. Yeah, you can see by that play right there. Went after the one guy who didn't have the ball. Nice job on stopping them while they didn't have the ball, but they still are able to get a nice stop on the play there. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, too. I thought they had it first, but I guess not. So Kalkaska will take over. Hey, it's the first game of the season for all of us. Blazers on 1st down. Seidelman tried up the middle, able to weave his way to the right. Nice run, able to back his way in a little bit. And it looks like enough for a 10-yard, maybe 11-yard gain and a 1st down Blazers. It seems like so far the play up the middle seems to be their best bet right now. Kalkaska on 1st down. Here goes the handoff. Seidelman again. Another nice run up the middle. Yeah, really, Elk Rapids are going to have to start putting 8, maybe 9 in that box until they can consistently stop that run, make Kalkaska force them into something else. It's 2 straight gains of at least 10 yards and 2 first downs. Don't want them to start getting momentum and thinking that they can't be beat up the middle. And after that run, 1st and 10 Kalkaska at the 45-yard line. Under a minute to go in this first period. 2-0. 2 points scored on a punt that went over the head and out of the end zone. And we got a whistle. Looks like encroachment. Wait for the official signal. Looks like the guy on the far side was his preliminary. Encroachment on the defense. That'll move it up 5 yards. 26 seconds left to go in the first period. Wilkinson, nice keeper, able to get around the edge, and he leans forward, runs over an elk or two. Oh, yeah, be careful getting up after the play, after the whistle blows. Let's just get up, and we can be friends until the next play. Nice run. No, another, looks like we're going to get another first down, 1st and 10 Kalkaska. 19 seconds as he's run out of bounds. Get at least another play before the end of this period. Wilkinson trips in the back. Tried it over the right side. Looks like that's a number I don't have on my sheet. We'll see if we can't get that. Look like a number 2 on there. We'll see if we can't get the name for that here sometime between now and once we come back from the break. That'll end the first period. So after the first period to play, the score is Kalkaska Blazers 2 and the Elk Rapids Elks 0. We will be back after a brief commercial break. You are watching high school football on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on elkrapidsfootball.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport, proud to help keep you connected to school sports in Northern Michigan so you can stay in the game season long with your Northern Connection.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. You're ready to start the second quarter. Eric Huffman here, joining you in the broadcast tonight, along with Levi, my producer, and Burr out giving us some great camera work tonight. Second down to start the second period. Looks like we're up the middle, going to be stopped for little to nothing on the play. This will be 3rd and long. We got opening week of college football coming on this week, too, with some nice games going on. A few Big Ten games to look out for coming up, especially tonight. Ohio is at Rutgers. Buffalo at Minnesota. Nebraska at Cincinnati. I believe that one, that'll be a good one on TV. And Miami of Ohio is at Wisconsin tonight. Wilkinson on the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to try the right side. Nice pursuit on the backside by the Elks. That is Colin Shockley coming from the right edge and coming all the way to the other side to make that tackle. Nice stop on the play. No gain on the play after that. Fourth down, last second sub. Hopefully he knows the play. Again, send one out wide. Ooh, we got 3 out wide to the right and 1 to the left. See if they're going to try to air it out, or see if it's just trying to spread the field. Maybe they can. Maybe we'll try to run. Yep, exactly. Try to run it up the middle and try to empty it out the box, but not going to have it. Good job by Elk Rapids to watch where the ball is and pursuit up and make sure they get stopped. Nice job by the Elks defense, taking over 1st and 10. Tackle by the QB, Braden Flutie. Love kids that can play both sides of the ball and play it really well. So at 10-17. See if Elk Rapids can't get a sustained drive going. Again, no points on the board yet. 2-0 Kalkaska. 2 points coming off a punt that went over the head and out through the back of the end zone early on in the first period. Again, it's been a plethora, if you will, of fumbles and turnovers on downs so far. Flutie's going to keep it. He lowers his shoulder. He's going to run it into one blazer and then gets wrapped up by a second one and dropped after short gain on the play, second down. See if we can't check in on some other games and next level land, get you some score updates that are going on in the area. Again, Charlevoix playing Unionville Seaboing down in Clare. Nice drive for both. Flutie's going to pitch it. He's got Keel around the right edge. He's got a first down and more. Spins out of 1. He gets to the 50 and wrestled down after a beautiful gain on the play. Kalkaska side of the 50-yard line, about 48. First quarter in Gaylord. It is Gaylord St. Mary's 8 and Rudyard 2. Yeah, we're still talking in the booth about Micah Parsons going to the Packers, by the way. Yeah, we're still trying to get over that one. Flutie going to pitch it out again. He's got Keel again off the left edge. I mean, one of the phrases that I use for football and basketball are they get from the cow that's given milk. So I mean, if they're not going to stop that, we'll just keep milking that thing until the milk's dry. We got a flag on the play. Let's see what happened here. Got the lead official there, like a little hitch in his giddy up. Waiting to, I don't know if we've gotten on the foot. There comes the official word. Holding on Elk Rapids. From when a penalty occurred, so they'll bring it back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. Hey, let's try it again. up in Manistee, Red Devils of East Jordan made the long trip up there. They currently lead the Emeralds 8-0. First down will yield a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Second and long.
Return to the ball carrier. Interior line on the right side got him. About a yard and a half on the play. Second down.
So on second down, Flutie slowly walking up, taking his time, surveying what he's got with the defense in front of him. He hands it off. He's got it to Henry Veith, it looks like. Another flag on the play. No gain on it. Let's see what the flag is.
The ball carrier.
Preliminary looks like it may be against Elk Rapids again. Depending on what the call was, I wasn't sure quite what the signal was on that, but it looks like they marched them back maybe 5 yards. That's
Penalty was assessed against the Elks from the spot of the foul, marking it back 5, repeating second down.
sounds good to me. Again, first game of the season, you've had a lot of miscues. Don't know if they're trying to do too much too fast. Maybe they just all need to settle down and maybe just get back to basics and let's get some simple offense going. Although there's been some really nice explosive plays that have happened so far this half. But again, too many turnovers, too many mishaps so far. You're going to have illegal motion? Because you had two going at the same time. You had Flutie airing it out. Nice catch, though. It's going to be for nothing. Nice catch by Jake Moore, high point in the ball, but you had two guys going motion at the same time, and obviously that's coming back a little bit further. That'll be a question of which one was supposed to stay.
Procedure call against the Elks. Illegal motion.
That would have been one of those, too, when you're the coach on the sideline. You just one of those where you were supposed to stay. Tomorrow, I got shout out to my buddy Josh Nitz, former quarterback at Western Michigan. They are at Michigan State tomorrow. Josh currently coaching in Traverse City. Good to catch up with him today. Former broadcast partner when we were both with ESPN Radio Northern Michigan. Well, we got a timeout. And while we got a timeout, your home gutters are always there when you need them to be, and so is our good friend Ryan Beningo. And that's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offer fast and experienced service and real-time quotes. But wait, there's more. They'll actually answer your phone call. That's Professional Seamless Gutters at 989-619-3407. And tell them we sent you. Also, it's time to get away to your dream vacation. Like many, that means flying into Northern Michigan. Whether you're looking to fly in or out of Northern Michigan this fall, look to fly, then take to the sky with TVC. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your best gateway to the world, offering services from Allegiant, American, Delta, Sun Country, and United Airlines. Visit tvcairport.com for up-to-the-minute flight schedules and to book your next getaway today. Next Level Crew always uses TVC. Wife and I, when we do our buying trips for our store, we use TVC, go out of there when we do our Atlanta trip every year. They had a couple of students running the big K flag up and down, getting the fans going here on the home side stands. 7:34 to go in the first half. Still 2-0 Kalkaska with an early safety in the first period. Flutie on second long. He's got the handoff. Drew Darren. Another flag on the play. Let's see what happens there. Looks like a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play. Let's see what the flag is.
And yet another flag in the backfield.
Holding on Elk Rapids. So it makes you wonder, though, too, are they going to keep marching them back? Since it would still be past 10 yards. Yep, they'll keep marching them back. We're going to get the rolling tape out to check out the distance on this one once they get it marked off, and then we'll give you an update. So after the holding, it'll be about almost second 30, second 29. Ball resting on the 33-yard line, 7:20 to go in the first half. Thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. Eric Huffman, along with Levi and Burr up in the stands, and in production doing a great job tonight. Flutie's going to air it out. He has got one if he can haul it in. Nice catch and haul in and hanging on the ball. Nice reception by Connor Carlisle. He was someone on my list all preseason. I had a list of 4 or 5 players to look out for this year for Elk Rapids. We were doing preseason on the Next Level podcast show that we do every week. Make sure you tune in on Thursdays now, where we will do a podcast show going over last week's games and then previewing the games that we'll be going to the next day. So make sure you check us out, Next Level Broadcasting Show. You want to see any of our preseason shows, we should have some of them posted up on the website, nextlevelbroadcasting.net. Or check out the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to all of our sports channels that are filed down there. St. Mary's Athletics, elkrapidsfootball.com. Another way for all the Elk Rapids fans, anybody that likes Elks football, to follow them live. Handoff up the middle. Brody Turner going to take it up. Nice gain. He had nobody on him for about the first 3 or 4 yards. Nice gain on the play. It'd be second short. Again, I hate to be too cliche and say too many times, but again, with the way these games have been going, you got to get from the cow that's giving milk, and to just keep milking these plays that are working until they get stopped and then move on to the next one. Motion, right? Flutie hands it off. Nice job getting up there by Kalkaska. Going to stop him. Looks like no gain, maybe about a half-yard loss on that. We tried Brody Turner on the right side for nothing. Also coming up tomorrow, college football, number 1 Texas at number 3 Ohio State. Man, did you wonder if Texas can even make it out of the first week to be ranked or get special attention like that? And then you've got number 14 Michigan hosting New Mexico. On one of our podcasts, we talked about the Michigan sanctions too, and that kind of what we thought about it. If it was too light or too hard. Flutie on third down, he's going to keep it. Eludes one tackler. He's pointing down the field, trying to direct his offense. He's got a guy sitting there. He leaned down, pitched the tent, just waited for the man to deliver him something. And nice reception by Drew Darren, making his way to an open spot.
Drew Darren on the reception from Flutie.
I wasn't sure if he was limping. Nope, he was just checking. He was just fixing his pants there. First down, Elks inside the 10, 4:45 to go. Their chance to get the first points on the board for the season. So I'll look at Levi. He doesn't have a mic on, but I'll look at him. Yeah, is it smash mouth? You think they go up the middle, Levi? They try the edge? What do you think, buddy?
Go the edge.
Edge. All right, Levi says the edge. And they go up the middle. Looks, yep. They got the big workhorse, Brody Turner. If you get ahead of steam with that gentleman, it may take 2 or 3 guys to bring him down. Second goal, ball resting on a 5.
Got a yard, second and goal.
Clock continuing to run. This quarter's going by a bit fast, already down to 4 minutes. Flutie hands off. Henry Veith gets to the right side. Almost at the goal line. Can he push forward? Not quite. Enough. Blazers going to wrestle him out of bounds. Looks like just short of the goal line. Later on tonight, we will have the Pearls New Orleans Kitchen Player of the Game. Player of the game will receive a $10 off gift card for their next meal at Pearls New Orleans Kitchen. Also, the Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game. So we got 2 awards to give out here sometime in the second half. So make sure you stay tuned. Flutie got a handoff up the middle. Lowers his head. Mason Cannon. And they give him the signal? I know we had. Oh no, I think you had the back judge put his 2 arms up. I think the Elks thought that was the touchdown signal, but it is actually 4th down. So it's okay to be excited, but we are right at the goal line, 4th down, and you got to think. Levi, probably not setting the edge on this one, buddy. I would think we'd just be getting ahead of steam and just seeing if we can't bowl our way forward. He nods his head, yes, and then, all right. Oh, yeah, almost. Oh, and then a fumble on the snap. Looks like they're trying to set up some type of tush push, but they fumbled the snap, and Elks fall on it, but obviously short of the goal line, and they're going to be stopped short of scoring, and Kalkaska is going to take over. Again, what have we talked about this half? Just miscues and mishaps and turnovers. It just killed both teams, and that's why you're only looking at a 2-0 score. Again, we've seen some nice offense be run, and you can see it looks like it's starting to look better out on the field. But again, when it comes down to crunch time, just too many miscues. Hopefully, this isn't, no matter how this game ends, hopefully this isn't a throw-it-away film. This is a sit down and watch it, because there is a lot to learn off of what we've seen in the first half so far. At halftime, we'll try to get you caught up on the other games over on Next Level Broadcasting. But as we take a time out, I can pay a couple more bills for Charles here real quick. Brothers Tree Service has been providing exceptional service in Northern Michigan since 2005, and this year they're celebrating 20 years of tree and plant care. So the next time you're in need of a tree, see what Brothers Tree Service can do for you online at brotherstreeservice.net. Come into Pearls and experience a taste of Louisiana right in the heart of Northern Michigan. Located in Elk Rapids is Pearls Louisiana Kitchen, where an infusion of flavor awaits you. That's Pearls Louisiana Kitchen, a proud sponsor of Elk Rapids football on Next Level Broadcasting, and a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game this year, and providing a $10 off gift card for their next meal at Pearls. Thank you, Pearls, for providing that this year. While they're still in the timeout, let's talk about Bingham Insurance Company. During the course of each and every day, we all face an abundance of risk, some that we don't even consider, some we do. For protection against the foreseeable and unforeseeable risk is where Bingham Insurance Company comes in, capable of providing coverage for your home, auto, life, and even pet insurance. They do it all. Thank God for pet insurance. I have 13 of them. That's Bingham Insurance Services, a trusted and proud auto owners insurance affiliate. And the timeout, 3:14 left to go in a half. Looks like we may need to sub one out. Is that a, I don't know if that's a cut, maybe an equipment issue. Not sure. But they were asked to sub one out, it looks like. So they'll get a replacement, and we'll reset and go 1st and 10 once again. Wilkinson with the handoff. Still got to find out who number 2 is, because he's not on the program here. What was that? Oh, okay. Well, I just got to change the 4 to a 2 on my roster, and then we're good to go. There we go. Jet Bittenbender on a carry. Here we go. You gotta watch these names at times because if you get them wrong or you don't get them at all, sometimes the chat line opens up and you're getting requests or getting told by mom or grandma on what it actually is. Wilkinson takes a snap. Going to hand it off. Going to try up the middle. It's hard running up the middle when you want to sidestep and do tippy toes. You can't. You got to get ahead of steam, go up front. But he wanted to do a little ballerina act, and it wasn't going to happen. And the Elks stopped him for no gain. And if you're Elk Rapids, man, what a nice sustained drive, and to have that happen there right on the goal line on 4th down. So you got to get some type of positive come out of this half. You really got to stuff them down with 2 minutes to go and make sure that they don't get anything out of this. And also for Kalkaska, obviously you may want to see if you can't possibly just, it's 3rd down though, maybe you can get a first down, get close, maybe run out the clock, but no, Elk Rapids going to, don't know if maybe ER would want to call a timeout after a nice stuff there, and it's going to be an interesting call on 4th and 10. So you definitely need to get the ball out of here. So you definitely want to punt, but you just had a nice defensive push by Elk Rapids. So you got to make sure it's either going to be a quick kick if you're punting. Don't hang on to that ball for very long because Elk Rapids is going to try to push it up the middle, maybe try to get a hand on that. I don't see anybody back right now either. You got to think maybe Keegan Keel might run back here at the last second. Yep. Kick kind of, right down the middle. Keel going to take it right at 35-yard line. Lowers, spins around one guy and then lowers his shoulder. Gets a couple more yards out of that. 1st and 10 at the 29 with about 47 seconds left to go. So for the most part, the last drive is mainly on running plays, but you do have an able quarterback in Braden Flutie, and he is able to hit some receivers, and he's able to hit a couple tonight, even in this windy weather too. I don't know if you've heard it through my microphone, but it is rather windy here tonight. So you got to wonder, 47 seconds to go, will they take that chance and have Braden Flutie open up the playbook? Other area games tonight. The only area team up where we're at playing home tonight is Harbor Springs. They're playing host to Morley Stanwood. Petoskey is in Greenwood tomorrow, and Boyne City is going to Alpena for a short drive. Flutie hanging on it, and he's looking to air it out. He's got a man. Can he high point? Ooh! Almost. He had just enough space. Connor Carlisle had just enough space and created just enough separation between him and the defender and had a chance for that just to fall in his breadbasket. Just didn't happen. Incomplete, 2nd down, still 39 seconds to go. Stick around for the next level broadcasting and halftime show. We'll talk about what's gone on in the first half, what hasn't gone on in the first half, and what could possibly happen in the second half, and try to get some game updates for you. Oh, he was looking for that quick seam pass from the guy in the flat, and then he was looking to go downfield to Jake Moore, but he got Jake Moore turned around, and it was just kind of a lost play on that, so we'll reset and be 3rd down.
Jake Moore, the intended receiver. Hunter Wilkinson on the coverage. 3rd down.
Looks like Gaylord St. Mary's is up big on Rudyard right now, 24-9. Flutie back, looking to pass again. Rolling to his right. Eludes a tackler. And we're going to try to high point. Nope. 2 Elks and 2 Blazers go up for it. Nobody getting anything, and it falls incomplete. And we're going to get one, maybe two more plays before the end of this first half. Charlevoix in the third period up on Unionville Seaboing 14-6. And while we've got another commercial. Football is a game predicated by facing adversity in order to accomplish one goal. In many ways, so is constructing your perfect dream home. And Mid-Lake Builders is here to help you and your family accomplish just that. Whether you are starting a new build or renovating a current one, Mid-Lake Builders has the experience, expertise, and most importantly, the staffing to get your project done on time. That's Mid-Lake Builders, proud to be the official sponsor of the Hardest Working Player of the Game Award this season. I've done enough reads. Now they're trying to get me to slide down and do the halftime reads, too, here in the booth. I'd like to take a break once in a while and get a drink, maybe catch my breath, maybe get a hot dog or something. Yeah, normally I have a color guy here, but the color guy was sick, so I am going horse tonight. So we'll see what happens. Oh, we got one tying a shoe out there. I was wondering why we were waiting on. Yeah, Braden Flutie out there tying his shoe. Wondering why the quarterback was out there. This looks like the spread offense we saw last year. Flutie out of the gun. Looting the guy up the middle, rolling to the left. And as he decided he's just going to tuck it. He didn't have a guy. It's one of those things, just no matter what happens, you may just want to air it out, throw it in the end zone, and just whatever happens, happens, because it's a long way to go with only 15 seconds left. I'd hate to just tuck it and just say that's enough when we have a chance to at least throw it down there and see if we can't get a possible touchdown, but at least give yourself a chance. Regardless, Kalkaska take it over first and 10 with 15 seconds to go. I don't know if they'll just kind of either take a knee or do a running play or maybe air it out once or maybe twice and see what happens. The way this first half has gone, I might be ready just to get into the locker room and try to regroup. Wilkinson on the snap. Yep, just going to take and flag on a play. So instead of running the clock out, we're going to stop the clock on a flag. Yeah, meeting of the minds. You are correct. I do count 12 guys on the field. Decline. Yeah, they're just going to run it out. So Kalkaska declined the penalty so the clock would wind, and they're ready to get rid of the first half. And so 7, 6, 5. And as it winds down, we will come to the end of the first half of play here in Kalkaska with the score: Kalkaska Blazers 2, Elk Rapids Elks 0. We will come back with the Next Level Broadcast halftime show after these commercial breaks. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned.
Today's game by Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Service.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection. Hi, it's Kevin Klein.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. to Next Level Broadcasting and high school football in Kalkaska. It's currently 2-0 halftime. Kalkaska Blazers leading the Elk Rapids Elks. I am Eric Huffman. Thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting tonight. This is a Next Level Broadcasting halftime show. We just got done watching the Kalkaska Blazers band doing a great job out there on the field. We'll quickly talk about the first half. Not too much talk about the first half. Again, with the 2-0 score, the 2 points coming off of a 4th down punt try with the snap going over the punter's head and out of the end zone for Kalkaska's 2 points. And then it's kind of been, for 2/3 of this half, probably mostly a game of turnovers and miscues and penalty flags. So, you know, both teams kind of looking to get into the locker room and kind of regroup and try to set the focus on, see if they can't clean up those miscues and have a better looking second half. And again, better than what the 2-0 score indicated, as there's more turnovers and miscues than there is points on the field or on the scoreboard right now. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Still some good play by Braden Flutie, Connor Carlisle for Elk Rapids for a couple. And then I'll give a couple of Blazers a shout out to Seidelman, the running back, and Wilkinson, the quarterback, have been doing some great jobs and getting a good job done, especially with the run game up the middle and then being able to get around the edge once in a while. So that'll do it for the halftime show as they're getting ready to finish with the band playing here. And we'll be back with the start of the second half. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and elkrapidsfootball.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me from my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlotte.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kalkaska High School and High School Football Stadium. First game of the 2025 high school football season here in Northern Michigan. Kalkaska Blazers taking on the Elk Rapids Elks. Thank you for joining us on Lex Level Broadcasting again. I am Eric Hoffman, joined by my producer Levi and my cameraman Burr. Getting ready to start the second half, 2-0, Kalkaska over Elk Rapids. Elk Rapids had some sustained offense getting close to the end of the first half. And again, but yet another miscue prevented them from scoring on a fourth down right at the goal line. Looked like they were just going to try to lower their head and just bowl their way in. But a miscue on the snap prevented that from happening. And we are left with a 2-0 score with Elk Rapids getting ready to kick off to Kalkaska to start this second half. And again, thank you for joining us on a cool and windy evening down here in Kalkaska. It's currently 55 degrees, although I'm acclimated for 80-degree weather, so it feels like it's 30 out right now. Very breezy tonight, especially in the booth here too. So I try to move around and see if I can't have the wind not hit my mic as much. So I apologize for any interference there. But hey, it is what it is. We'll make the most of it. Kick almost goes out of bounds. Don't be taken by the back on the right side. You lose one tackler, and you lose the second tackler, and a third, and before he's tripped up by the ankles and wrestled out of bounds right about the 24-yard line. Well, the Blazers will take over 1st and 10. So you saw light of Seidelman and the quarterback Wilkinson, and then you started seeing a little bit of bit and bender there in the second period and whatnot. You got to see are they going to do anything else in the second half to sustain some offense for Kalkaska and Elk Rapids too. Too many chunk plays given up the middle. A couple of I think there was like 3 consecutive plays or something where they got first downs. Kalkaska did on runs up the middle. So you got to see if maybe they were talking about how to plug those holes in the middle, hit those gaps, and although Kalkaska's kind of spread out wide here to start. You get the defense spread out and hand it off to Seidelman, and he gets a nice gain on first down. Again, stretch out that defense, which leaves that box open. So you got to do is hand him off, and if he's got if he's a decent runner, he should be able to elude one, if not run over another one, and get a decent chunk on the play where we're left with 2nd and 1. Sun finally going behind the clouds and behind the buildings. Everyone resting easy now in the press box, taking their sunglasses off and taking the paper off the windows, which I was a little while ago. Seidelman going to try to left side. Nice pursuit by Elk Rapids, although I think he's still going to get the first down. Good defensive play on holding him to a couple of yards, but it looks like enough for a Kalkaska first down, 1st and 10. Try to get some more scores for you here while we're in between plays. And we are in the 3rd period up in the UP. East Jordan still leading Manistee 14-0. Be a good first win of the season for East Jordan. Again, starting to become a traditional winning school now. I haven't a nice run of years into the playoffs. Kind of a delayed handoff by Kalkaska that time. Wilkinson kind of held on to it, trying to get it to Seidelman, but Elk Rapids, they weren't just standing there. They're trying to push through, and if you're going to delay behind the line, you're going to end up with a loss, and that's exactly what happened. A loss of 1 to be 2nd and 11. It's the 4th quarter in Clare, where Charlevoix is taking on USA, Unionville Seaboing, and the Raiders lead 21-12 currently in the 4th period. Get you a Gaylord St. Mary's and Rudyard score once they come out of commercials. Wilkinson, ooh, run it up. Oh, I thought he was going to get stopped there. He's able to run through Colin McCormick and still at least gain a yard on that play. After the play, 3rd down and a long, we'll give it a long 7 again. Short 8 on the 36. Wilkinson and Seidelman taking their time, communicating a little bit. I don't know if they're talking about the play or not, but really taking their time, making sure they're getting set up on this 3rd down play. Handing off to Seidelman. He spins around the middle of the Elk Rapids defense, where he gains a couple more yards. Looks like Jake Moore might have got stepped on a little bit. I'm going to shake that off a little bit. He's doing a little hop and skip and a jump out there in the field, trying to rub it off. And 4th down. And it makes you wonder what will happen right now. You got to think, I brought this up, that they should possibly punt here, being in this spot. 4th and at least 5 on their own 40-yard line. And you got to think Elk Rapids probably going to punt, or Kalkaska will punt. And let's see if Elk Rapids will send Keegan Keel back to receive. Look like he's going to play up, at least play safety on the wide out here first. He'll probably wait till after the snap, then make his way back. Yeah, it's interesting with Kalkaska. They got the offense spread out there like that, like they're going to run a play, and so they're able to get that punt out and get the ball down the field as much as possible where it's not touched by an Elk hands and down by the Blazers. Elk Rapids take over 1st and 10 right there, right about 10-yard line. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, later on, probably early in the 4th quarter, we will do the Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game. And then after the game, right before we sign off, we will do the Pearls New Orleans Kitchen Player of the Game. That winner will get a $10 gift card off their next meal at Pearls New Orleans Kitchen. Here come the Elks on 1st and 10. Darren's the ball carrier. We'll give him 1, 2nd and 9. Don't forget tomorrow, tune in to Next Level Broadcasting. Traverse City St. Francis will host Maple City Glen Lake at Thirlby Field. Tip-off. Kickoff is 7 o'clock. Yes, I'm a basketball coach, so I think tip-off once in a while. Kickoff 7 p.m. at Thirlby Field, TCSF and Glen Lake. Looks like Elk Rapids going to fake the jet sweep and try it up the middle for little to no gain, maybe a loss even on the play. Yeah, they're going to give him a loss behind the sticks. It'll be 3rd and 11. On 3rd and long, let's see what Elk Rapids is going to bring up to the line. He just got one out wide. They'll send one in motion. They tried to sweep this time. Might have been why they should have tried in the previous play, but they tried almost. I want to say it looks like the same play, but it was Kegel coming in motion, looking like on the jet sweep this play. And Kalkaska saw that and stepped on through and able to stop him for no gain at all. Be 4th and long. We'll get into the rating schedules for both teams in the second half, too, at some point. One of the great things, I'll have to wait till this play here, as Wilkinson, nice run out of bounds. Looks like he stepped out. Hopefully the refs weren't seeing nothing, because he looks like he stepped out of bounds and kept running and then got nailed and bumped again back out of bounds. So thankfully, either it wasn't seen or it wasn't called, because it could have been a hit after the play. But nice, again, run by Wilkinson regardless. 1st and 10, Kalkaska. .613 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, still just 2-0. Safety out of the end zone on a punt is the difference in the game so far. Wilkinson's got Seidelman trying up the middle. Hurt Elk's going to wrap around him. He's still going to lean forward for maybe, we'll give him a yard or two. Second 5 for Kalkaska, 5:35 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Wilkinson's going to send 2 out to the right, 1 to the left with a single back. His partner, Seidelman. He's going to give it to Seidelman. Ooh, there should be a holding on that play. We'll see if they'll call it or not. Yep, it looks like there'll be a hold in the backfield there. They held the end while he was trying to get around, so that'll be coming back. Pretty much from back 10 yards, and after that walk-off would be about 2nd and 15. Official says wind her up. And we'll start her again at 2nd and 16. It just feels good to be in the booth again. First game of the year, Levi. The lights are on now. You're looking at green grass out there. 2 teams playing high school football. I mean, no place I want to be on a Thursday night right now. Nice reception and quick tackle, and nice job getting up there. He got his hands off him. Good reception by Wilkins. It looked like that was, I can't see, it was that Zach Porter on the reception there. After a short gain, it'd be 3rd and long. Wilkinson out of the gun. He's looking to throw it. He's holding it like a loaf of bread again. He's lucky he didn't lose that like he did in the first half. He's got to be careful. He's got to tuck that in until he's ready to pass that thing. Fortunate it wasn't a lost fumble, but he's going to take a sack regardless. Big loss on the play. 4th and very long. Oh, there we go. Cord just caught on my mic. So on 4th and 23, we're going to try a field goal. Looks like, what was that, 45-yard field goal? Kick is up. It's going to be a worm burner almost, and she's going to fall short of the goalpost. No good. Oh, easy getting up there, buddy. If he was stepped on or cramp or... First and 10, Elks. Now, again, you had some sustained offense from Elk Rapids area towards the end of the first half, like we had talked about before. See if we can't get some more sustained offense. Again, good job with the running game. And then they ended up opening up the passing game there and getting some nice passes, being able to get down the field, before their mishap there at the goal line. But again, some positives still to go into the locker room with as far as the offense is concerned. See if they can't sustain another drive here as they get Darren around the left edge. He's going to run into 2 Blazers, and then their buddies are going to come up and wrestle him down. Right, may get to about the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it. It doesn't seem that Elk Rapids has been able to get around the edge. And so it'd be interesting to see how they pull or how they try to set that and get guys out there to make sure they're either crack backing or hitting those ends, and whichever linebacker's rolling around that way to see if they can't set that edge a little better as they go up the middle on a nice run there. Nice run by Mason Cannon, and maybe, we called Mason's Cannon number a few times, and when we have, it's been positive. So maybe that's our cow for the second half is, let's put the workload on Mason Cannon's back for a little while, as it looks like we're getting a timeout for an injury here. So while we got a timeout for an injury, let's talk about schedules here for a minute. We'll go to talk about the remaining schedule for Elk Rapids after this week. So next week, they go to Boyne City, and Boyne City, whether they're up or they're down, Boyne City's always a tough game, especially at Boyne City. Then they got a conference game at Oscoda. And then the game that I had penciled on the calendar for Elk Rapids this year is Sheboygan. I was up in Sheboygan for that game last year. They were up 23-0 and ended up letting Sheboygan come all the way back, and I think it ended up being 30-23. So that was a game I would think that Elk Rapids would have penciled, or at least I did, to see if this gives them a revenge game going into this season. And then they follow up with Mansalona at home, Charlevoix at home, Tawas at home, Benzie Central at home. I mean, what a great home schedule that is, and all in a row, too. And then they finished the season at East Jordan, so a great test. Hopefully it's a test getting ready for the playoffs. We have a long way to go, and we will find out as the season progresses on. And pretty soon we will go over Kalkaska the next time we get a break. Wasn't sure if that was a fumble on the snap or not. Oh, I think he was down. I think they're going to say he was down already. Or maybe not. I want to say he was almost down on his butt, and then the ball went over his back. But I'm not down on the field, and I don't make the calls. All I do is talk to you through a microphone. I think they're... Yep, Kalkaska football, 1st and 10. At the 35-yard line of Elk Rapids. A great opportunity for Kalkaska maybe to get some points, more points on the board. And with the way this game has been going, you don't know if a touchdown put the game out of hand. especially if you can get touchdown in 2 points or at least the extra point. Seidelman up the middle. Gain of a few on the play. Again, we thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting tonight. Eric Huffman along with Levi and Burr helping me out here in the booth and out in the stands doing camera work tonight. We have another game going on tomorrow, too. Make sure you check it out. Traverse City, St. Francis, and Glen Lake to kickoff is at 7 p.m. Charles and the boys will be down there at Thurlby Field putting on a great show. Seidelman, flag on the play again. Seidelman tried up the middle. He's able to stiff arm a couple, get up to the left side, but still very little gain on the play. We'll see what the flag is. Penalty against Kalkaska. Looks like going to mark him back 5 yards and reset the down at 2nd and 7. Ball resting on the 37. Wyatt Ball at quarterback with the handoff. Minimal gain on the play. 3rd and long. Got the trainer still checking on Wilkinson here on the sidelines. Ball's going to hand off. Bittenbender sidesteps one. Nice gain on the play. Gain of about 6. And that'll do it after 3 quarters of play. The score remains Kalkaska Blazers 2 and the Elk Rapids Elks 0. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks for the 4th period. You are watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on elkrapidsfootball.com.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners.
Hey, Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for it.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Getting back right to action. Oh, nice run off the edge to hit the quarterback. They call it a fumble on the play. Yes, and still a recovery by Kalkaska, but yet way to get around the end there and get a hit on the quarterback. Don't know if that'll be the start of things to come. Regardless, that'll be taken over 1st and 10. looking to possibly roll out and get a long pass down the field. So obviously you're taking a lot of time behind the line of scrimmage, and opportunities to hit the quarterback will arise. And that's exactly what happened. First and 10, yet another opportunity for Elk Rapids. Can they sustain some offense and get it down the field? They've been down there before. Can they get it one more time this last period? Nice throw by Ollie Trammell. Nice pitch and catch. Yeah, he hit him right in the numbers where he should be. Nice gain on the play. Another reception by Jake Moore. First and 10, Elks. Ball going to rest just shy of the 45-yard line at Kalkaska. Speaking of Jake Moore, I think Jake Moore is going to be our Mid-Lake Builders' hardest working player of the game. Let's give it to Jake Moore. Nice job. I've called his number plenty of times tonight and putting in some decent work. Mid-Lake Builders' hardest working player of the game goes to Jake Moore. Hand off to Darren, nothing doing. One of my things in one of our preseason podcast shows was talking about the offensive line and could they hold and sustain for what Elk Rapids might want to do. And I said that especially from last season, seeing a lot of spread offense and spending a lot of time behind line of scrimmage setting up plays. And that's just one of those plays where the line didn't set and the guy was able to get through and get a loss on the play. Looks like about a loss of 4 to be 2nd and 14. Trammell's going to fake another hand up and roll out. The issue is, looks like Kalkaska is just looking to fire out. They must be putting on a blitz package or something because that's 2 straight plays where you've got multiple people getting in the backfield almost right after the snap of the ball. Levi nodded his head yes, like in agreement. That's all you got to do, buddy. When I talk, all you got to just nod your head, and it's a perfect world. Working with a shortened crew tonight, a 3-man crew tonight. Normally I have a color guy here, so I'm kind of doing all the broadcast work or the talking on my own. Levi doing the producing. We're all kind of throwing this together tonight with Burr doing great camera work out there. So, again, great job by my helpers tonight. Nice hard count by the Elk Rapids offense, too. Get Kalkaska to jump off sides. Again, I'm so appreciative of the crew here, Levi and Burr, doing an outstanding job. And all the next level crew. Again, we've got 4 games going tonight and 1 more tomorrow, covering 5 schools. Elk Rapids, East Jordan, Gaylord St. Mary's, Charlevoix, and Traverse City St. Francis. All of you can find on nextlevelbroadcasting.net, or you can check out our Facebook page and click on anything there, and you can click on any links. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can subscribe to St. Mary's Athletic channel, which will give us our games, and you can subscribe to or look at for Elk Rapids games on elkrapidsfootball.com as well. Trammell looking to air it out. He was trying for Keegan Keel. I don't know. Keegan there, it was almost like he had the defender in a better position, but Keegan still got to run out there and still try to get it, almost like he was giving him the space. Keegan needed to run out there and finish his route and make sure that he was going out there and at least getting a hand on it and knocking it out of bounds or at least away from the defender. Hey, you out there in next level land, need to enhance your brand? Sky Media 45 combines excellent photography with post-production to create stunning video and image content. Showcase your community event or business with our expert aerial solutions. We're ready to fly for you. Visit us at skymedia45.com. Braden Flutie, the QB, also plays punter. Reminds me of Danny White playing for the Cowboys back in the day. He did the same thing, too. Back in the days of Drew Pearson and Randy White. Levi wouldn't know that. He's too young. Yeah, Danny White. One of my favorite Cowboys quarterback, Danny White. Yeah, because he also punted. Yep. Danny White doesn't get enough recognition because he was the one after Staubach. But he's the one that handed off to Emmitt Smith when he ran a 99-yard touchdown against Minnesota on Monday Night Football. Seidelman on a carry. Oh, a little slow getting up there. This one looks like it could be a cramp. Yep, and when you see the leg go up and the teammate starting to stretch, you know. Give me some pickle juice. Ooh, we're going to do both legs now. You know, I get cramps in the middle of the night, but it's normally just from fatigue because I'm in my 50s now, so it's a different story. Looks like Seidelman going to get up. We're going to walk up under his own power. Mandatory sub out regardless, but yeah, let's get him on the sideline, make sure he's okay, get him some fluids. And we're back to action on 3rd and 3. 8:48 to go in the game, still 2-0. And Wilkinson going to keep it. Nice run on the play. He's going to get a first down and more. 1st and 10 Blazers from their own 45. And it looks like we're going to have another injury timeout. And while we have an injury timeout, we'll talk about Kalkaska's remaining schedule. So for Kalkaska, playing as an independent, they've got quite the road trip coming up. They got to go to Oscoda, to East Jordan, and then to Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart. Then they get a couple of home games with Joburg, Lewiston, and then a big one with Maple City, Glen Lake. And then they go to Grayling, are home with a big Kingsley opponent, and then finish the season at always tough Boyne City. So a tough schedule for Kalkaska this year. And after the timeout, 1st and 10. Wilkinson out of the gun. Looked right, and he knew he was going to go left. Nice pursuit by Elk Rapids. Get through the line, hit him in the backfield, slowing him down, and then his teammate comes up and wrestles him down for a 3-yard loss. 2nd long. As things are winding down, see if we can't get some score updates throughout next level land here before games start ending. About 5 minutes left to go up in the UP. East Jordan 20-6 over Manistee. And over in Gaylord St. Mary's, where Tom Clementson and crew are putting on a wonderful performance, the Snowbirds up 24-9 over Rudyard. The gun, Wilkinson. Oh, nice dive and a tackle by Braden Flutie in the backfield for a loss. And it is a final in Clare. Charlevoix over Unionville Seaboing, 21-12. Nice victory to start the season on a road trip for the Charlevoix Raiders. Bless you, Levi. .645 left to go here in the game. Wilkinson out of the gun again. Oh, they're setting up the screen here, waiting on the Elk Rapids blitz. Oh, he eludes another tackle. He's down to the 30. He got an Elk in front of him. Nope, still eludes him at the 20. Gets down to the 15 and finally tackled about the 17-yard line, but yet he is hurting and he is sliding off the field. He is not doing well after that. He I think just came back out on the field for this play. and had that finally run down by, I want to say Colin Shockley, but I don't think that's it because there's a 50, I think it was a 55, and there isn't one on this program. And we're cramping. Yep. You know, and besides your practices, and you have scrimmages or a scrimmage or whatnot, but it's that you don't have sustained adrenaline and game speed and constant going on until you have this first game of the year. So to see cramps, not too surprising. You just hope that they've got some type of regimen to make sure that that's taken care of as the season progresses. Well, they'll stick Bittenbender in the backfield now with Wilkinson. Wilkinson going to keep it. Oh, almost. Elk Rapids almost got him at backfield again. Wilkinson able to get by and get through, and a nice gain on the play. He's going to at least get to past the original line of scrimmage, maybe gain a few more after that. Yep, flag on the play. Preliminary looks like to be against Kalkaska. Nope. Block in the back is what I think I heard the officials say through the window. No official signal, but that's what it sounded like. So marching back to the 25-yard line, and we'll wind her up, and away we go. 5:45 left to go, still 2-0. This reminds me of the first game I did last year, or first game I think it was down in Benzie. I think it was 8-6. Don't get me started talking about the Tigers. Too inconsistent right now. Wilkinson fakes a handoff. He's going to keep it. Nice block. Yeah, he held on. What's nice about that play is he fakes the handoff to Bittenbender, but then Bittenbender stays there and becomes his lead blocker, almost like a fullback. So then Bittenbender takes the first guy, and he's able to keep running. Looks like Jake Moore might be trying to get out of there. I don't know if he's got an issue or something. Looks like he was putting a hand on a hat. I'm not sure what's going on there, and it could just be me. Kalkaska got one trips to the left and one right. Bit better in the backfield. Let's see if this isn't like last time where the quarterback just keeps it because they got the defense spread out. And there he goes up the middle. Nice job plugging the hole this time by Elk Rapids. Short gain on the play. Down about 15, 16-yard line. 3rd and 11. And you really haven't seen much of a passing game. So you've got to think, just key on what are the names that you've been seeing or the numbers you've been seeing all night long. You should just be keying on those guys and just think that, they're not going to go anywhere else because it's money time. This is what I usually call my Yoda moment of the night. Do or do not. There is no try. Gonna loft it up. Oh, what a great defensive play. We'll give a lot of credit to Colin McCormick on that. The receiver just about had high pointed that enough to have it in his hands. McCormick was a step away, but then as he was coming down with it, was able to run up in there and get his hands in there and get that ball knocked loose and fall incomplete. was almost 2 good plays. It's a nice throw, but a better defensive effort. Wilkinson, he hits his man in the middle. That's Zawara. Looks like it's going to be short, just short of the goal line. Yep, first and goal. Looks like at about the 1. First and goal, Blazers. Faking the handoff, going to up the middle, and Wilkinson in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Kalkaska Blazers. 2:48 left to go in the game. And with a touchdown like that, depending on the extra point, you might want to think that this game might be out of hand. Extra point will probably do it. Currently 8-0. You had to think at some point one of these teams was going to be able to break through, and both teams have had opportunities, and Kalkaska is finally the one that breaks one through for a score. And regardless of what happens, it's 8-0 right now. Regardless of what happens, Elk Rapids will have a lot to look at here. But a lot of positives come out of this too, besides the miscues, penalties and turnovers and whatnot. There's still some things that look good that they'll be able to see on tape and be able to grow from that too. But obviously, you got to grow from your mistakes as well. Wilkinson going to keep it on the extra point try. Going to get in there for the 2-point conversion, and that'll make it 10-0 and probably put this game out of hand. Again, with 2:48 to go, again, we want to thank you for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting tonight. Eric Huffman along with Levi in the booth with me, along with a whole host. We got Kalkaska and Elk Rapids and video guys. We're all hanging out here in the booth, having a great time up here tonight. You got Bird doing great camera work for us down here in the stands. And again, 4 games brought your way tonight and 1 more tomorrow. And we'll be covering all 5 of these schools all throughout the season, no matter where they're at. As we do, we had a group up in Manistee tonight to watch the East Jordan Red Devils pull out a victory, or working on pulling out a victory. Looks like it's still 20-6 with about 3.5 to go up there. We'll see what Elk Rapids has set up here. If they kind of do their, what I would remember as being like a return at 2 or a return at 8, where you got to set up a wall on one side of the field or the other, or a return at 5, where you just try to wedge everyone and try to go up the middle. I love it. Depends on where the ball gets kicked to. You may have your receivers in the backfield also may switch that number if it gets kicked to the left and it was a return at 2, although we're going to squib kick it and have one of the upbacks take it. Colin McCormick is going to lose a tackle, and nice run on play. Gets past the 50-yard line, wrestled down about the 45. So a nice return by McCormick on a kickoff there. And so you got to think you're also within range now, too. Let's let Braden Flutie and the offense open up a little bit, see if we can't get something in the end zone. I hadn't kept track. I didn't write down. I'm not sure what we have left for timeouts, too. We got, is that, if the scoreboard is right, that says there's 3 apiece. Okay. That is when, especially in basketball, that's when 5 minutes can feel like 20 when coaches have timeouts. So after a flag on a play. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what the personal was on that, but yeah, take them back 15. Makes you wonder if that was that dead ball because it's still first down? Regardless, 1st and 10, marching it back to their own 41-yard line. Trammell, oh yeah, he had his window to throw it. You got to let that ball go no matter what happens right now. Doesn't matter about the score now. You got to get that ball aired out and just see what happens. Holding on to it's not going to do you any good at this point. All we're doing right now when you hang on to the ball is protecting your stats, which don't matter at this point because you got to get that ball down there and see if you can't get some receptions and some points on the board. Gaylord St. Mary's still up 24-9 on Rudyard. As we're winding down here, 1:45 to go. Nice pass out in the flat. Trammell to Keel. Nice stick by Kalkaska, but again, that was a nice pass. Good sustain, nice throw, especially when it was really tight window too. He almost had to turn around and grab that ball. So that was a good pitch and catch there, although he was knocked out of bounds. I see my guy right here. If it were me, I would take Mr. Trammell and I would launch that thing to Mr. Jake Moore hanging out here on the far left here on my side. Going to go the other way. Oh, that's a nice look, though. Yeah. I want him to go to Jake Moore and go deep, but man, that was a nice right in that window over the defenders to Keegan Keel, and I think he was able to get out of bounds. Yeah, 1:28 to go. Nice confident throw by the quarterback there. The only issue I saw out of that was as I was wanting Jake Moore over here, he was eyeing him from the snap. So as he progresses, maybe he'll start checking off stuff too. But again, he was wide open, so it didn't really matter what happened. Trammell rolling out, eludes tackler. He tried to get around to the edge. Looked like he just kind of started losing his footing when the defender started coming up, but still nice gain on the play, and looks like we'll get a timeout. And while we get a timeout, we will take a quick commercial break and then be right back. You are watching Next Level Broadcasting simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and elkrapidsfootball.com.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Michigan, so you can game all season with TVC for Michigan Connection.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And as we're coming back to action, Ollie Trammell is airing it out to the end zone. Intercepted by Kalkaska, and then a flag thrown on the play. I think it's going to be after the play, because I think it's probably going to be a taunting or unsportsmanlike after the fact. I believe there was a spike of the ball after the interception happened. Maybe. As I see they're doing a spot where the flag was. Yeah, unsportsmanlike. So half the distance to the goal. Yeah, and I'm not sure, as I'm talking with the scoreboard operators too, if he didn't get it in the inbounds and his momentum took him into the end zone. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, the keeper by Kalkaska. They're just trying to get it right around the clock out. Kalkaska will take another time out. And I think we'll just keep it right here. And we'll, with a minute left, we will go ahead and do our Pearls New Orleans Kitchens player of the game. Tonight's winner get a $10 certificate off their next meal at Pearls New Orleans Kitchens. And we are going to give it to Mr. Keegan Keel. Called Keegan's name quite a bit tonight, and even with rotating quarterbacks, they're still able to find Keegan and have a nice game. Regardless of still not having any points on the board, Keegan still has had a nice game. So Keegan Keel is going to be our Pearls New Orleans Kitchens player of the game. Now we got a delay game on Kalkaska. Second and 10, looks like they're just going to take a knee. I'm assuming Elk Rapids will just go ahead and concede. And yeah, you got both respective teams starting to make their way towards midfield, and the clock will wind down to zeros here in about 5 seconds. So that'll be the final score of the game. Kalkaska Blazers starting off with a victory on game 1 of the 2025 high school football season here. 10-0 over the Elk Rapids Elks. And again, we're going to go right into our post-game show. And, you know, again, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. And kind of a story of, we talked about all night, miscues. Too many miscues. And again, for both teams, even with the 10-0 score. Miscues all over the place. Elk Rapids had their chances. They had the one chance down right on the goal line. Basically, the ball was almost touching the goal line there, and they had a fumble happen to where they ended up with no points on the board. But they've been able to do some nice things, and you've got Braden Flutie as a second-year quarterback, but you saw some nice things from Ollie Trammell as well. You know, some nice pitch and catches out there, and able to find some nice windows and hit some guys with some tight ropes. And that one floater that he put over the defender to Keel out there in the flat, in between the front defender and the back defender. You know, a nice pass by him. So then you've got some nice future there with Elk Rapids at the quarterback spot. And one thing I didn't bring up about Elk Rapids was their JV and varsity team numbers in general, because, you know, that wasn't too long ago that Elk Rapids had a hard time putting a point on the board. And And so now, they're building. They're getting to sustain numbers, and they're starting to win some games. Granted, they didn't win tonight, but yet their JV team with 24 players has 20 freshmen on it. So the future looks very bright for Elk Rapids. It's not in the cards tonight, but still a very favorable schedule. And, I think they could turn things around and still have a very nice season and have a march towards the playoffs. But, again, good job by Kalkaska finding a way to get through the miscues tonight and end up with that 10-0 score. And so, again, congrats to Jake Moore on the Mid-Lake Builders hardest working player of the game, and Keegan Keel, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen's player of the game, getting a $10 gift card for his next meal down at the kitchen. And that's going to do it in Kalkaska for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on Next Level Broadcasting. Again, we have one game tomorrow. Traverse City St. Francis hosting Maple City Glen Lake at 7 o'clock. Make sure you check that out. Charles and the crew will be down there bringing together an awesome show for you. But for now, for myself, Eric Huffman, for my producer, Levi, and for my cameraman, Burr, thanks again. You have been watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and elkrapidsfootball.com. Have a good night.
Today's game is brought to you by Brothers Tree Service, Bingham Insurance Services, Professional Seamless Gutters, Mid-Lake Builders, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed today's game.